the topic of discussion that we are going to cover right now is we are going to talk about gray matter within spinal cord, or nuclei within spinal cord, and it is about what internal feature of spinal cord. Okay, now before getting into the topic, I would like to make clear about this point. What do you mean by nuclei or nucleus of spinal cord? Okay, now if you just remember, what is this? This is our what? This is our neuron, right? Neuron. These are dendrites. These are dendrites. Okay, these are dendrites, and these are what? Myelin, right? Okay, these are what? These are myelin sheath. These are the myelin sheath. Okay, myelin sheath, and this is what? This is our axon. Okay, what is this? What is this? This is our axon. This is our cell body. Cell body. Okay, now this axon is covered by what? This is covered by our what? This is covered by myelin sheath. Now this myelin sheath is what? This myelin sheath is white, right? This myelin sheath is white. So the area which is not covered by myelin sheath, they are what? They are obviously gray. Okay, so here what is this nuclei? What do we mean by nuclei or nucleus, right? Nucleus. Okay, nucleus simply means what? This means the reason, this means our what? Gray matter. This means what? Gray matter. Or this means what? This means the collection of cell bodies of neuron, right? Okay, these are what? These are our what? The collection of cell body of our what? Neuron, or these are called what? These are these are nucleus. These are nucleus under one condition: if these cell body, right, the cell bodies, if this cell body, collection of these cell bodies are found in where? When they are found in our where? In CNS, brain and spinal cord. If the same, this same what? Collection of cell bodies are found in region of PNS, right, peripheral nervous system, then we will not call them nucleus. We will be calling them what? We will be calling them what? Ganglion. Ganglion. So where? In PNS. So what do we mean by nucleus? Nuclei right here. Nucleus right here. The nucleus or nuclei right here is what? These are the collection of cell bodies, right, which are non-myelinated. In which region? In the region of CNS. And here the part of CNS we are talking about what? We are talking about spinal cord. So we are going to talk about gray matter or the nuclei of spinal cord. So what is this? This is the transverse section of what? This is the transverse section of our spinal cord. Okay, this is the transverse section of our spinal cord. Okay, now here these region in yellow, light yellow color, these region, what are these? These are our white matter. These are our white matter. Why these are white matter? Because here these are the collection of axons, right? Axons which are myelinated. So these are white matter. And here inside region, if you'll see, what are these? These are our the area within these are our gray matter. What are these? The gray matter. Why gray matter? Because here we have what? We have non-myelinated cell bodies, the collection of cell bodies of neurons. These are our what? These are our what? These are our gray matter, area of gray matter. Now what we are going to do is we are going to have a detailed study about this the area of what? Our this gray matter. Now talking about the area of gray matter, the thing that we need to know right here is, what is this? This is our anterior part. What is this? This is our posterior part, right? This is our anterior part, this is our posterior part. Okay, now here we need to talk about what? We need to talk about three horns. Now what are the three horns? The first one that is present posteriorly, this is our dorsal horn, right? Dorsal horn, and the one that is what? Present laterally is our lateral horn, and the one that is present ventrally is our ventral horn. Now talking about dorsal horn, if you will see here, we have got S. Dorsal horn are always sensory in nature. What are these? These are sensory. That means they will carry impulse, right? They will carry impulse to what? Brain and spinal cord, the higher center. They will carry impulse to what? Our higher centers. This ventral horn, what? These ventral horn, they are what? They are what? They are motor in nature. Okay, motor in nature. That means whatever nuclei are present within this ventral horn, what they will do? They will what? They will be giving what? Motor nerve, and they will go and what? They will carry sensation from our what higher centers to receptors. Okay, the ventral horn, these are motor in nature. The nucleus which are present on this ventral region, they are what? They are motor in nature. They are motor in nature. Similarly, the dorsal horn, they are what? They are sensory in nature. And the nucleus present right here are what? Are all sensory, right? They are sensory. Okay, now talking about what? Lateral horn. Now what about this lateral horn? These lateral horn, they are present in lateral sides of our this spinal cord, and what they are doing is they are carrying, right? They are carrying sympathetic and parasympathetic nerves. That means they are having autonomic nerves. Okay, that means from this lateral horn, what will happen is that there will be coming out of our parasympathetic and sympathetic nerves. Okay, now what we need to do is we need to go individual in each horns, right? We need to go individual in each horn, and we need to just find out what are the nucleus that are present within these horns. Yes, we talked about nucleus. What are the nucleus? These are cell bodies, collection of cell bodies, right? In what? In CNS. Okay, now without delay, let's talk about what? Let's talk about this area. What is this area? Obviously dorsal horn, right? These are what? Dorsal horns. Now let's talk about the nucleus that are present in dorsal horn. So these are the nucleus that are present or that are coming from our what? This dorsal horn. Okay, now without delay, let's move. Okay, we're talking about what? We're talking about this much, right? This much. These are the nucleus on the dorsal horn. Now, okay, dorsal horn, it is what? It is sensory in nature. It will carry sensation of what? It will carry sensation of our pain, temperature, touch, pressure, vibration, conscious proprioception, unconscious proprioception. So these are the sensation carried by our these nucleus. Okay, now without delay, I would like to point out one important point, and that is these nucleus in dorsal horn, right? Okay, these nucleus in dorsal horn, they are derived from which plate at the time of development? These are derived from LR plate during the time of development. Okay, now I would like to add another concept, right? Okay, talking about general receptor, right? General receptors. These are what? These are our skin, right? These are our skin. Now what will happen during the time of what ascending track is that these skin, they will carry impulse, or they will carry what? Impulses to our spinal cord, right? Spinal cord. Now these will carrying this impulse to our spinal cord. This is called our this primary, right? First order neuron. These are called what? First order neuron. Now when after the spinal cord will receive what? Information, it will be sending it to higher center like thalamus, right? Now while sending it to thalamus, it will just does by two pathways. One is our dorsal column pathway, and another is what? Our anterolateral pathway. We'll discuss all these things in detail in what? In our ascending pathway, right? In sensory spinal pathway or in ascending pathway. So the thing that I would like to make clear right now is, so now the information that we get from skin is passed to spinal cord. Now in this spinal cord, these are the area, right? These are the area, these are the nucleus, right? These are the nucleus which are going to receive what? Which are going to receive these what? These sensation or these informations. Okay, so what are these nucleus that are present in this dorsal horn? The nucleus that are present in this dorsal horn are, the first one is our substantia gelatinosa, and this substantia gelatinosa is responsible for what? Carrying sensation of pain and temperature. Similarly, another nucleus is our nucleus proprius. What is this? This is carrying the sensation of touch, pressure, vibration, and conscious proprioception. Similarly, what? The nucleus dorsalis, this carries unconscious proprioceptions. Okay, all the senses, right? All the senses coming from receptor, right, are carried through what? Are carried through our dorsal nerve, right? Carried through dorsal nerve, and they will enter what? They will enter right here in spinal cord, they will enter in spinal cord, go through what our this dorsal horn. Okay, yes, we have taught about this thing right here also, right? Okay, now these are nucleus within dorsal horn. Now moving further, let's talk about the nucleus within our this ventral horns. Now in this ventral horn, okay, let's suppose what is this? This is our midline, right? This is our midline for our this spinal cord. So close to it, what is this? This is our medial nucleus, right? And this is lateral to this midline. So what is this? This is our lateral nucleus, and within them, this is our intermediate nucleus. So intermediate nucleus of what? Ventral horn, because we are saying it because we need to discuss about intermediate nucleus of lateral horn also. So what are the three nucleus of our this ventral horn? The three nucleus is our medial nucleus, the lateralmost is our lateral nucleus, and the middle one, it is our intermediate nucleus. So with this lateral nucleus, what it will do is, right, this lateral nucleus, okay, this lateral nucleus, what it will do is it will carry impulses to limb muscles, right? Alpha lateral nucleus and alpha limb muscles. Okay, since these are the nucleus of ventral horn, and we know the ventral horn is these are motor in nature, and since they are motor in nature, they will carry information, they will carry they will carry impulses from higher center, and they are sent to effector region. So they will carry motor impulses to limb muscles. Similarly, talking about medial nucleus, they will carry impulses to to midline nucleus, right? Let's say midline muscles such as the axial muscles, right? Axial muscles. So talking about intermediate nucleus, right? Intermediate nucleus, what they will do is they will have they will send impulse to our diaphragm, right, or the various structure, and they are they are having spinal accessory nerve, right? Spinal accessory nerve and phrenic nerve. The root value of our this spinal accessory nerve, what is the root value? It is C1 to C5, right? And what are the root value of our this phrenic nerve? It is our C3, C4 and C5, right? C3, C4 and C5. So this was about this was about lateral nucleus, intermediate nucleus of ventral horn and medial nucleus of ventral horn. Now let's talk about the nucleus present on this lateral horn. These are intermediate nucleus of lateral horn. What they do is they carry they carry sympathetic and parasympathetic nerve fibers. So what are these sympathetic and parasympathetic nerve fibers? Sympathetic nerve fiber, they originate from thoracolumbar region, so T1 to L2, right? And parasympathetic, they are they are cranial sacral, right? And S2, S3 and S4, right? Okay, now when we cut spinal cord at the region of when we cut spinal cord at the region of our sacrum, right, then what we will find? We will find the intermediate nucleus of lateral horn giving giving parasympathetic nerve fibers, right? Similarly, if we will cut it in sympathetic region, and if we'll see the lateral horn right there, what we'll see? We'll see the intermediate nucleus of lateral horn giving the sympathetic nerve fibers. So this was a brief about gray matter or nuclei of spinal cord, and this study, right, will help us to understand it will help us to understand the somatosensory pathway or ascending tract. So I hope you are clear with it. Now let's move directly into our this next topic, and we'll talk about this next topic in next lecture. Thank you and have a great time.